To the class, I like to have people kind of just drop in and arrive in Shavasana. So if you'd like to lay down with your head facing the front of the room, just laying down on your back. And we'll just take a few moments to just kind of breathe here, taking a cleansing breath in through the nose and exhaling, sighing out. Another breath in through the nose and exhale, release. And then just let the breath settle in the body. Don't work to shift or change it. Just become aware of the earth beneath you. Just allow your body to rest here. Begin to arrive into your practice. Come into the space. Letting go of whatever happened before you arrived and whatever is to come. Just allow yourself to be here. So I'll talk a little bit about where we've traveled through this practice, and we're in the midst of this cycle of compassionate transformation, moving emotions that may be held in our body, that we've maybe stuffed down, or where we feel stuck, and bringing those out using tools to navigate, express, and hold space for these emotions so that we can move forward. The first step in awareness, we just become aware of what may be in our bodies. So take a moment here to just scan the body from head to toe, just noticing anywhere in the body that feels tight. Maybe there's a sensation there, a tingling, stiffness, warmth. Practicing non-judgment and curiosity. What's there? Just becoming aware of how our body feels in this moment, this present moment. Holding space for whatever comes up with compassion. Letting go of any stories, any judgments. The beginning of our practice, we'll come back to some of these exercises that we've used to express our emotions, the movement, the breath, and the sound that help us to bring these emotions out, even if they don't have words, to just recognize them. Once we're able to express our struggles and our emotions, we can begin to shift and allow a different flow towards connecting. When we are disconnected, we find suffering. We feel grief because we feel disconnected from something or someone, maybe someone that we love, something that once brought us joy. Grief and disconnection are a part of this life experience. Through this practice, we can find connection again. Connection with ourselves, connection with others, and that will look different for everyone. Ask yourself, what if you could love all the parts of yourself? All of your shame, your grief, your anger, your pain. What if you could love every facet of emotion that you have? What if you were grateful for all of these emotions? heartbreak, pain, and sadness can help us to feel love deeply. It is a gift. It can be a gift. Surrender is the practice of letting go. When we surrender, we let go to something greater than ourselves. Through this practice of yin yoga, we'll have opportunities to surrender to our bodies, to surrender to our thoughts and emotions that may arise. This brings us to a place of strength because we are connecting to something greater than ourselves. Take a moment here to just bring to mind someone or something, an intention for your practice today. If you'd like to dedicate your practice to someone, if you'd like to set an intention to release something, to move forward in some way, or to connect with a part of you, take the time to do that. Whenever you're ready, we'll come to a seated position, Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Easy in the room. We'll be seated for a little bit, so as we begin moving through some simple postures, warming up. So if you'd like to sit on your bolster, maybe a little more comfortable, you can place blocks under your thighs for support if you'd like. Using our blocks to bring the earth closer to us, bringing the knees above the hips slightly can help with any tightness in the hip flexors, any sensations that may arise there. Finding a nice long spine, crown of the head reaching, roll the shoulders back away from the ears, drop them down. Each inhale, think about opening the heart space, even just by 1%. Bring one hand to the heart space and one hand to the belly. Just connecting here. Let the belly be soft, the heart be soft. Just connect with that someone or something with your intention. Just drawing an awareness to it here. Inviting it to be present in your practice today. We'll release the hands to the knees, and they can be facing up or down. And we'll just do a few circles with our neck here, bringing the chin to the chest. And on the inhale, bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhaling, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale. Exhaling, coming back through center. Just move through this at your own pace. Nice and slow. When we're carrying a lot of tension, a lot of worry, it can feel like our neck and our shoulders are carrying a lot of weight. As you move through this, maybe even bringing the circle all the way around. Being mindful of our neck here, very gentle. If there's any place that feels sticky here, we'll just pause for a moment and breathe into that space, just inviting it to release. And as we feel like we're carrying a lot of weight in our shoulders, a lot of heaviness, and become tense. You may even want to create circles with your shoulders, shrugging them up towards the ears and rolling them back. Just really begin to listen to our body and what you need right here, right now. As you roll the shoulders back, imagine all of that weight just rolling down the back, rolling off the shoulders and into the earth, just letting it go. Maybe rolling them the other way, bringing them forward. And coming back through center, find that length in your spine again. We'll just do a few simple twists here. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, bring the left hand to the right knee, right fingertips to the floor. Inhaling, reaching, moving back through the center, lengthening the spine on the inhale. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left fingertips to the floor. Just moving through these at your own pace, creating a little bit of space in our spine here, awakening energies within us. Really focusing on the breath and the movement together. Inhaling as we reach. Exhaling as we twist to the side and think about really releasing anything maybe even held in the belly, the solar plexus, at our core. Even we've been kind of stuffing down in there. Any tightness each time we twist to the side, just a little release. And then next, when you reach up, reaching and bringing the hands together, exhaling and bringing them to the heart as you twist. And reaching upward, finding something that you're grateful for, accepting the love of the universe. Exhale, hands to heart, just a thank you. Expression of gratitude. Reaching up, exhaling, thank you. Finding that sense of gratitude, even for things that may feel sticky. Exhaling, thank you. Then back through center. Last one. Exhale. Thank you. Just reflecting on the love flowing through our lives, connecting to that vibration of gratitude. We'll remove our props and come to tabletop on your mat. You can use your blanket here to support your knees if you'd like. If there's any sensitivity there, you just want a little more cushion. Knees stacked under the hips, wrists stacked under the shoulders. Fingertips spread nice and wide, and the palms of the hands press into the earth. Tops of the feet press into the earth, and we find a neutral spine here. Our crown of our head reaching towards the front of the room, tailbone reaching, even with our mind reaching towards the back of the room. And just for a moment here, feel into the stability and the support of the earth below. The stable, strong, grounding posture. Take a couple of breaths, just feeling into your strength here. And then on the next inhale, drop the belly, let the tailbone rise, and gaze comes forward. Drawing the shoulder blades together, open the heart. Exhale, press into the earth, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, gaze comes towards your navel. Inhale, drop the belly into cow, open the heart. Exhale, rounding into cat, pressing into the earth. Move through these at your own pace. Go into the space we're creating in the spine here, the shoulders, and the corners of our body. Just breathe into these spaces. You may want to maybe create some atypical movements here, circles with the rib cage or the hips. Just keep breathing. Moving in whatever ways you feel called to move. Give yourself some freedom here. Sometimes all these emotions feel locked in our body. It can feel like the space around us is getting smaller and smaller. We feel confined. As we come back into a neutral spine here, back into tabletop, I invite you to create some space for yourself. Lift the right knee and flex the toes and kick the right foot back. Just imagine kicking that box, making it larger, alternating to the left side, kicking the walls and the confines of this space that's been created. Create a little more space for yourself. Just exhaling, kicking back. Creating space. A little more breathing room. Last one each side. Coming back to tabletop. We'll lower all the way down, coming to the forearms, coming into Sphinx pose. Our bellies to the earth here. Elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms pressed into the earth, fingertips nice and wide. Draw the shoulder blades together and open the heart towards the front of the room. Gaze forward. You can close the eyes here if you'd like. You can look at the wall in front of you. Just really connecting here with our heart center and with our power center. Our heart center here is connecting with our courage. Maybe as we're gazing forward, or even with our eyes closed and our mind's eye, gazing upon the courage within us to move forward. What does this next step forward in whatever transition you are in, what does that look like? Every step is progress. So what does that little step look like as we move forward? Our bellies pressed to the earth here, our place of nourishment, strength, the strength to move forward in this direction with courage. Breathe into this connection, the place pressed into our support system here, the earth beneath us, holding us, supporting us on our journey. Let any tension in your legs, in your glutes, release. Just breathing into the space of the belly and the heart. This will be our first longer hold here. Surrendering just to whatever arises in this moment. Let yourself be here in this space to find strength and courage. Find stillness.
exhale. Lower all the way down, bring the forearms in front, and just rest the forehead here for a moment. Take a couple of rounds of deep breath here. Just pause. Draw the hands under the shoulders. Press back. We'll come into a wide-legged child's pose. So bringing the knees towards the edges of your mat as wide as you'd like. The more that you bring them towards the edges of the mat, the more that you will feel this. So find where you'd like to be. You can use a bolster if you'd like to rest the body. You can bring a block for your forehead to the mat. We'll walk the hands out and just let the body rest on the earth. Bring your forehead to the earth or to a block. The tailbone sinking down towards the earth. Bringing our forehead to the mat or to the block and just tuning into our inner wisdom, bowing to our inner wisdom, surrendering to all that is given to us. Opening our heart to the earth here, breathing in to the support of the earth in our heart center. Gaze comes towards the fingertips. Walk the hands back. Bringing the head up last. Let's just pause here for a moment. Recalibrate. We'll incorporate one of our practices of expression here before we move into the next posture. So however you'd like to be seated here, I will be using cannon breath. And cannon breath is a way to bring some of these stuck emotions out with the vibration of sound. So we'll bring our fists together and place them just below the rib cage on the belly and our solar plexus. And just breathe here and feel into any tension, any tightness. Inhaling. Exhaling, we'll press gently into the belly and let out a sigh. Make it as loud as you can. Inhaling. Exhale, release that tension. Push into the belly to help get that out. Releasing any tightness out here. As we express, we create room for movement. We're able to connect. Move into a new flow. And release. We'll come through tabletop and we'll move into dragon. Step or walk the right foot forward to meet the hands, just on the outside of the right hand, that right foot. And we'll find our blocks and come up into a supported high flying dragon. So coming all the way up here and then sinking the hips down towards the earth, supported here by our blocks. Just feel into the stretch of that left hip flexor here, and maybe even the right hamstring or into that right hip as the hips sink down towards the earth, but really pressing into the sole of this right foot. We're just thinking about now we're moving into a new chapter. We're moving in a new direction. Our heart is open. Our gaze is forward. We're stepping into the strength of this posture. Find some stillness here and just breathe into the gentle release in the hips. Maybe not so gentle. Maybe it's a crunchy release. A spicy one. Nice even inhale and exhale. Our breath, just checking in here. As we surrender, we want to surrender to where we are today. Our breath can be a great signal as to if we're pushing ourselves into something a little deeper than where our body would like to be. If the breath becomes tight or labored, see if you can back off even just 10%. So in yin, we want to be about 70-ish% into our edge here. So we don't want to be straining ourselves too much. We want to be able to find a space of stillness and support. press back. Gentle half split here. Move the props aside and walk or step that right foot back. Maybe take a brief child's pose here. Just release. And coming back into tabletop. Step or walk that left foot forward to meet the hands. Find your props. Find where you want to be, what alignment feels good for you. And sink the hips down, lengthening the spine here, opening the heart. Feel into that stretch in the right hip flexor, maybe in the left hamstring. Notice how different each side can be. One side maybe being a little tighter, maybe being able to access this pose in a different way. No judgment here, we're just noticing and surrendering to where our body is today. There's nowhere you need to be other than right here. Exhale, press back. Left toes pointed towards the front of the room. Release here. And we'll remove our props. Step that left foot back. Come to laying on our backs, on our mat, with your head facing the room. You may want your blanket under your lower back here for support. Knees bent, feet hip distance apart. We'll just gently windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Nice and slow. Keeping our hips in contact with the earth. Coming back through center, just draw the knees in towards the chest, grabbing on wherever you can, to the shins or the back of the thighs or your clothing. Let's give them a little squeeze here. A little gentle rock for our sacrum. Drawing the right knee in, send the left leg out long. Sole of the left foot reaching for the back of the room, toes flexed towards the body. Just stretch here. Let the heel rest on the earth. Just reach. Draw the left knee back in, opposite side, reach the right leg out, right sole of the foot towards the back of the room, resting the heel on the earth, gently drawing that left knee in towards the body. Both knees in. Release the feet back to the mat, hip distance apart. We'll take one of our blocks here. We'll move into a supported bridge. So pressing into the soles of your feet, lift the hips from the earth and the widest part of your block here, place that underneath your sacrum. So not your lower back, but just below that. Just support here and rest the hips there. Feet pressed into the earth, weight shifting into the shoulders. This supported bridge here. Just envisioning this bridge, this place of where you are, and at the other end, the space where you'd like to be. Just taking that step. Gentle movement. In our mind's eye, just picture what that step looks like. Seeing yourself taking it. Press through the soles of the feet, lift the hips, and remove the block, lowering the hips down. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Place the blocks maybe under your thighs or under your knees for support. Just allow the knees to fall open. Place the hands on the rib cage or at your sides. Just finding a sense of openness, support, and surrender. Beginning to let go of any shape of the breath. Just drawing your awareness inward. Letting go of any stories, judgments. Just accepting your practice today exactly as it is. This butterfly posture, really a representation of your transformation. All the work that you've been doing, the efforts, even through your practice today, just merging on the other side into a new space, new being. Move the props, bring the legs out long and come into Shavasana or corpse pose. Take up some space on your mat. Let your arms be at your sides. Let the feet fall open. And final release. Just rest here. Taking time to integrate all that you've done today. And take in every facet of your practice with love, kindness, and compassion. Just be here. And to deepen the breath, gently awaken. Create some movement to the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Whenever you're ready and however you wish to arrive, just make your way to Sukhasana once more, facing the front of the room. And just bring both hands to the heart center.
Just finding a moment of gratitude for yourself, for creating the space to connect, express, to move forward, to be present, to surrender, to just be here with you. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice of yin yoga in our theme grief and the cycle of compassion transformation. It is my greatest wish that you carry the benefit of this practice with you throughout your evening, your weekend, beyond. Satnam, may you align with your favorite version of you. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Sure. Thank you.